today's video I'm going to show you exactly how I do my trade setup before I go in for any trades. Now 3, 2, 1. Hello, welcome back to Touch Crypto for another video. And in today's video I'm going to be showing you, or should I say teaching you, how to trade cryptocurrency. And in today's coin we're going to be looking at Sol, as in Solana. Data source that we're going to be using today is Bitflex. Bitflex hasn't got the biggest amount of data so on the Solana. It looks like Sol came onto the exchange back in 27th of last year. So this is all the data that we have since last year on Sol, and it's still looking very juicy and nice chart to trade to give us a pretty decent profitable and win rates. Right, so without further ado, here's what we are gonna do. We need to draw firstly the support and the resistance line. Now it's up to you how you like to draw your support and resistance line. Because it's a high time frame, people could in fact just draw from the top of the wick of the candle. That's the wick up here, and that's the very top, and I'll leave that as green for bullish, and then we'll do another one as here for a red one, and we can change some color to red. Right then, so that means now we've got the support, and then we also got the resistance. Now the way we're going to trade this is essentially, if this candle remains to be green, then it is more than likely that we are going to head away at least back up to this top right there, because this green candle is in fact bigger than the last red candle, and it looks like we've been bought up from the bottom of the long wick at the bottom and with the body on top. Usually that's a quite bullish indication if it's near or round about the bottom part of the move. So this is the first parabolic move with a nice big green candle, followed by a longer wick on the red candle with a quite a large red candle, which brought us back down into this area over here. We've gone sideways for a little while, but now it looks like we're kind of breaking out, or we've broken out already from the support, and it looks like we're on the verge of heading our way back up to the top. Now because we're looking at a weekly chart right now, so far if it remains green by the end of the day, next week they're going to be printing a new candle, and that candle will give us a clearer indication whether we are going to staircase our way up to the top. And if that is to happen, you should be expecting anywhere between from here to there, let's say approximately another 16% on the Sol trade. Now that would be quite a decent trade to be had, and seeing as this is like an educational training channel, so today we're not going to be discussing any kind of leverage. That's for much later, once you become more competent in your trading style, so you can actually reduce the risk in blowing your account. So we're just going to do a normal standard of spot trade. Alright then, so what we're going to do, we're going to pretty much enter here now if you like, and then we should be expecting to head away back up to the top, and the top that I'm referring to is anywhere between the bottom, so the very top of the candle bodies, or even top to the wick, but I like to play it safe and give myself a target of this area over here, with the expectations, if you do carry on to go to the top from here to there, approximately 16%, which would be absolutely fantastic. So you can enter there something like this. Let's bring out the long, here it is, long position, and then I'll be positioning myself somewhere around about here, and then you can actually increase or decrease the size of your long position for your taking profit. I'm going to whack it down there, and then for your profit loss, I'll give myself a bit more on the room at the bottom. Reason why, because sometimes you need to allow the chart to be able to move, but you don't want to keep the stop loss too high, because otherwise you might get wicked out of your trade. And more often than not, if your stop loss is higher up and you get wicked out of your trade, then you do typically see a reverse back up to your actual profit target. That's why you need to make sure you've got enough room for the chart to move. So I'm gonna pull it down just a little bit further down. So if I do something like that, that's almost like 2 to 1 ratio. To get a better probability of your trade, try to do like 1 to 1 to start off with, and then you should be good to go. Do it over like 10 or 15 trades, then you can work out your average wins and losses, and you can take it from there. So this is my long trade position for the Solana. So once we do create like a new candle, we should be hopefully expecting our way to the upside, because we've met all conditions, or you're following all your conditions, as in that we made a pullback, we've gone sideways a little bit, and that's created the new support. That's why I drew the red rectangle there to indicate that support. And if we do break up from here, then we can see a possible continuation back up to at least the top of the body of the wick. If in fact we do break up and go even much higher to the very top of that wick, that will give us an even nicer trade. That will give us approximately 29 to almost 30% move to the upside. Now that is a bullish 3, 2, 1. That is a bullish view on the chart of bullish scenario. What about the bearish? The bearish scenario we'll be looking at, it will be something along the line of this, where we don't break above, but we do come back down, but this time we go down further, breaking the supports rectangle there. Then we should be expecting something along the line like this, with the probability of us coming back down to the bottom of this zone over here. Now that would be again a tradable event, and don't be too scared if you do see the chart going down, especially if you're holding these coins as part of your hodl bag. It just means that if you are hodling, you can always add more to your bags. If we do see a scenario where we do come back down. Now I'm just gonna copy this rectangle, saving me to make one every time I need to do this. Alright, so if we do break down, as I mentioned over here, then we should be looking at something like this. And the reason why I came up with this particular move is only because if we look to our left, we see nothing but green candle here. If you look further to the left, there's just nothing but air. So that means this is now an invalidation, which means if we do break back down below this zones over here, that should be our next target for our entry, or we could be going in for a trade around about here with a view of us going back down to there, and that should give us an approximately about 16 to 20% move to the downside, which would be very nice. So once again, I'm going to bring out the short position, so, and then I'm going to whack this one anywhere around here. Once we do see a confirmation of a breakdown, and I'll keep my stop loss not too tight, but somewhere around about here, and that should give us approximately almost like in a 2 to 1 risk to reward. So that's the reward over here, that's the risk over here. Increase that just a little bit, just in case if we get wicked out of a position. Otherwise, just keep an eye on this chart as we are making either moves to the downside or to the upside. Now that is my general setup for the trade, and I always apply this no matter what part of the chart we are at. And whenever we break down to a new level or new high, I'll then again recreate the support and the resistance line. That way I can keep my trading strategy as clean as possible, never predicting, always reacting. So I hope for anyone who's quite a bit of a novice or an intermediate who likes to find out the way that I trade it, or maybe you can use this style yourself to see win rate go up or down, just let me know in the comments, and hopefully this is useful information and a useful way to train you guys how to trade. If you find it useful and informative, guys, please give me a like subscribe, hit the bell notification, and hit the button to subscribe right over here for me, please. And also, if you like this video, you might also like this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.